They're out on the field. The pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing "Fight, Balls, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Tennessee coming off of an absolutely huge win over the Gators last weekend. Obviously, we got the bye week coming up this week. Then go on the road to take on LSU. And look, Florida's in the rearview mirror. That LSU game is absolutely huge. A lot of you guys out there talking about Tennessee being able to go win 10 football games. Some of you going out on a limb and saying 11 football games. If Tennessee is going to get to 10-2, it starts with that LSU game on the road. Thankfully for Tennessee, it is a noon kick, 11 a.m. local time. Don't give those Cajuns a time to get out, do a little boozing. Let's go get it done early. That's a huge advantage for Tennessee. But what I want to talk about today is a little bit of recruiting, and that's because Florida was a huge recruiting weekend for Tennessee. You had a couple of guys on campus officially. Bison Lang was in town for an official visit, also David Hobbs. But outside of that, you also had a lot of guys, whether they're committed to Tennessee, whether they're in the class of 23, the class of 24, a lot of guys on campus. Christian Conyer was in town, Ricky Gibson, Jordan Matthews. The brothers, Nico Iau Maliava and Madden, were both in town as well. Aiden Bussell, again, just a lot of guys, Shamrod Umarov, a lot of guys that were already committed to this class of 23, and that's what makes the win against the Gators so big, right? Because, you know, we can talk about the atmosphere, the environment, Checker Nealed, College Game Day, everything that was going on in and around campus, but when you add in the fact that Tennessee got out of there with a win, a huge win over Florida, it adds that much more to that recruiting weekend. Going to take a look at a couple of names that are got some big-time interest in Tennessee, going to be big-time targets moving forward. Before we do that, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin' VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This is for the fans, by the fans. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Won't be live until Sunday because it is the bye week. We'll be live Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing a little NCAA football and starting to get you revved up for that LSU game coming up next week. I will also be on Locked On VAWLS tomorrow morning, Friday morning. Eric Kane usually uploads that around midnight, so be looking for that. I'll also post it in our feed here. Just got done recording with Eric. Great conversation. Going to be doing more crossovers with Locked On VAWLS. We're talking about doing it every single week now. You guys like the content, so we're going to continue to give it to you, whether that means Eric comes on here or I jumped on Locked On VAWLS. So be looking for that coming up. Let's talk a little recruiting. One of the guys that was on campus this weekend, Bison Lang, offensive tackle, but also a guy that can play offensive guard. He's versatile, and that's why Tennessee, you know, he became a priority target. And when you look at the class of 23, and we talk about offensive linemen, we talked about Francis Mauigoa, Stanton Ramel. There were a few targets out there that Tennessee missed on, and they had to kind of go back to the drawing board, and we're going to see that continue to play out over the next few months as kids play out their high school seasons. But Shamrod Umarov committed, big-time offensive tackle, four-star prospect. You've also got Trevor Duncan committed. Now he's listed as an athlete, depending on who you ask. Some people say that Trevor Duncan's going to play defensive line. Others say he's going to end up as an offensive tackle. But Bison Lang gives you some more depth in this class of 23 at the offensive line position. You can see there, again, he was on an official visit this weekend, but you see the crystal ball prediction. Coming out of this weekend, the crystal ball comes in that Bison Lang is predicted to end up at Tennessee. Now, is he a silent commit? What's going on there? I've heard rumors that he's going to wait a little bit before he makes his decision known. But coming off the official visit, the crystal ball prediction does come in. I like Bison Lang. I like his length. I like his ability to play multiple positions. And look, we just need more bodies. We need more bodies in that offensive line unit. Another big one, the crystal ball came out, Mario Craver, 5'9", 152-pound wide receiver in the class of 24. Now, he is a 4-star prospect, and again, I know it's the class of 24, right, and things change. Are we going to keep Mario Craver committed all the way up through that class of 24? But it just goes to show the power of a big weekend, and, I talked a lot about it going into that Florida game, just how big it was to continue the momentum, continue the upward trajectory for this football team. They are trending in the right direction. All the national media, the fact that College Game Day was on hand. Tennessee is becoming relevant again, and you don't want to deflate that with a loss to Florida. Tennessee, again, just finished recording Locked On VAWLS with Eric Kane, and we were talking about, the questions that we are asking defensively. Do you go conservative? Do you go aggressive? All these things, the way all this stuff played out, Tennessee's still 4-0. They could very easily be sitting here at 2-2, and it's a completely different conversation. But Tennessee's 4-0. They kept that momentum. And now you've got crystal ball predictions coming in right off of the weekend. Again, Mario Craver, 4-star wide receiver. If you scroll down here, look at his college list offers: Alabama, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Auburn. Big-time offers, athletic background. He's a track guy, so he's got that speed. And that's what I like about this coaching staff. We always talk about needing and wanting SEC speed. Every guy they go after has elite level speed, especially when you look at the wide receiver position. A guy like Cameron Seldon, for his size in the class of 23, is an absolute blazer. Nathan Laycock, a guy that's also got speed, and a lot of people, when Nathan Laycock committed in the class of 23 at the wide receiver position, so many people, 3-star you, 3-star you, Boogie, Nathan Laycock, he's only a 3-star. Well, he's bumped to a 4-star now. So maybe you start to trust the evaluation from this coaching staff. But I like that Mario Craver's a speed guy. He is a little small, 5'9", 152, but I think this coaching staff knows what they want. But again, Mario Craver in town for the Florida game, coming off of that visit. The crystal ball predictions start to come in. And I know, I get it, the emotions of recruiting, the highs and the lows. You come off of a big-time visit where Tennessee beats Florida. The stadium, when's the last time you've seen Neyland Stadium completely packed full after the game, after the clock hits 0? Every single person in that stadium is still in their seat celebrating, and these kids, they're seeing it, they're witnessing it, they want to be a part of the University of Tennessee. Mario Craver gets the crystal ball. Now, the big target that I'm looking at moving forward, and that's Davin Hobbs, 6'4", 262-pound defensive lineman. Talked a little bit about him last week. He's out of North Carolina in the class of 23. 4-star prospect, number 2 ranked player out of the state of North Carolina. Top 20 defensive lineman according to 24/7 Sports. Tennessee needs to add somebody on the inside, and that's what Davin Hobbs would give you. You've got Shandavion Bradley. You got Caleb Herring. I like the way this defensive line unit looks right now, and I know, we talk about struggle getting to the passer, getting him to the ground without pressure, just getting pressure with that front 4. But look what they're doing in the run game. Now you start to add some recruits. We're seeing Joshua Josephs get some playing time early. James Pierce also getting some run early. Tyree West out there in that rabbit package making some plays. So these young defensive linemen that Rodney Garner has recruited and got on campus are making plays as true freshmen. We had the conversation last night. Some people saying Tim Banks isn't going to get it done, questioning what Tim Banks has done with the defense to this point. I think we're all a little bit spoiled because of what Josh Heupel's doing on offense. You've got to give this defensive coaching staff time to get some guys in there, develop them, build them, and it starts with Rodney Garner because he's the best of the best as a defensive line coach. He's going to get his guys in there, but we're already seeing his guys, again, the Joshua Josephs, the Tyree West, the James Pierce. Now you add Shandavion Bradley and Caleb Herring, 2 of the top 10 edge rushers in the class of 2023. But you got to add somebody on the inside. And again, going back to Trevor Duncan, I don't know if he ends up on the offensive line or defensive line. You got Tyree Weathersby committed, who also got bumped. Guys, surprise, surprise. Everybody out there that likes to say 3-star you, they're not coming back around in the comment sections. When the guys that Rodney Garner and Tim Banks evaluated and offered scholarships and got committed, like Tyree Weathersby, nobody's coming back and saying, oh, never mind, they're a 4-star. These guys must know what they're doing. But they still need more bodies on the inside, and Davin Hobbs gives that to you as a 4-star defensive lineman. I've read down the scouting report on him before, so I won't bore you with that. But look, the guy's got the explosiveness. He's high twitch athlete. He's a guy that you want to add in this class of 23. But that's going to do it for this one. Just a brief little update of some of the guys that were on campus, and not just on campus, but an update on the guys that are trending towards Tennessee coming off of that big visit weekend against the Gators. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about David Hobbs? Can Tennessee get him in the boat? What about Bison Lang? What about overall just a class of 23? Tennessee sitting, I think, 10th in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. But you continue that momentum, you continue to have success on the field, that's only going to continue to grow, and then you're also going to be able to add talent via the transfer portal. But hit that thumbs up, leave me your comments on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Again, the Buck Fama shirt, limited edition. If you want one, you better get one because they're going to be gone forever. But we've also got the Old Faithful, so go check it out. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. The link is also in the description below. You can click that link, take you right there. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out, supporting this channel. We are on that road to 16,000 subscribers. Share the videos, retweet, post on Facebook, let people know about Talkin' VAWLS. You guys make this channel what it is. But I'm going to wrap this thing up. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.